All right, so day 10. First, can I say I definitely feel better than yesterday. Um, with the circumstances that occurred. But today I'm feeling a lot better. Oh my goodness. A little tired if you can't tell. Well, a little sleepy, I guess you can say. But I am more so, I kind of had a pretty decent day with just some personal things that I got accomplished that have nothing to do with my keto journey. So that kind of helped put me in a better mood today. But one thing that maybe does have to do with my dietary keto journey is the fact that I did receive a gift in the mail today. The Goli apple cider vinegar gummies that I ordered. Um, I want to say I ordered them anywhere from 3 weeks to about a month ago. So they just got here today. Um, Honestly, unfortunately, there's a couple things that I already know that I don't really like about it. Um, and that is one, that the texture is so weird. It's so weird. Like, so weird. And the second thing is that it's 4 grams of carbs per gummy. Like, what? So that definitely kind of mm, put a damper or a dent in my carbs today. Because for 2 gummies, which is that's what I'm taking 2 gummies every day. It is 8 gram. It is like 8 grams of carbs. So it's like, sheesh. But either way, um, so let's get into the food. Well, let's say this first. I did not work out today at all. But now, okay, let's get into the food. So this morning I did have my coffee. And I began eating about 12:15. So I had my first meal at 12:15, 2 sausage patties, 4 deviled eggs. That's becoming like my favorite. Um, it literally has become like my favorite thing to eat. Um, my first meal. That's like my favorite meal that I'm noticing. Um, and then for dinner, I realized that these gummies were very high in carbs, and I decided to try to limit anything or limit my veggies. So I didn't have, unfortunately, that means I didn't have any greens today. Where I'm gonna have to figure something out if I'm gonna work these gummies into my daily regimen. Well, I do plan to work these gummies into my daily regimen, but I'm gonna have to try to figure something out as far as like my greens consumption because I need to make sure that I get my greens in every day. Um. So yeah. Anyway, before I start, my mind goes elsewhere. So I had salmon and I had like 10 shrimp. So that was my dinner, and then unfortunately, don't judge me. I know I said I'm trying to cut back on the carb intake, but I had to have my strawberries and whipped cream. I cannot go without it. Um, it's important. It's important to my life. If I'm going to cut out any other type of dessert or sugars, I have to have my strawberries and whipped cream every day. I had 4 strawberries and some whipped cream. Um, and that was it for today. And of course I had the Goli gummies. Oh, oh, oh! I just remembered. So another thing that took me over in my carbs, which I did not realize, which I will know better next time. And now that I'm thinking about it, I got to, I try to stay under 25 grams of carbs, right? Well, I got to 30 today, so I went 5 over, which is fine because apparently to stay into ketosis, you have to just stay under 50 grams. At least that's what I researched. I could be wrong, but that's what I researched. Um, that as long as you stay under 50 grams. So I did make some like Italian meatballs, and I got like the Great Value brand, which is like Walmart, and I used marinara sauce, and I took some stevia packets to kind of sweeten the sauce because I like my like spaghetti sauce like a little sweet. And I did not realize when I put it into my app, my Loser app, that the meatballs were like pretty high in carbs. And I don't remember that ever being the case. And then the marinara was also pretty high in carbs. So I am honestly considering, and because I didn't really like the meatballs that much, I mean, I think I'm gonna keep them just in case I get snacky for the rest of the week. Like it'll be like a little midday snack if I get hungry, but I'll maybe limit it like to 4 of them. But I cook like a whole bag, and so unless my kids eat them, I don't know. But I will not be buying them anymore. Um, just because they're not worth it. Like it doesn't. Sure enough, it helped curb my appetite. I had initially put 10 on my plate, but I only ate like 7. But it's not even worth it because I didn't like it enough for me to continue to buy it and to work it into my, my weekly diet. Whereas, salmon and shrimp are things that I know that I want to keep every week. Sausage and eggs is something that I know that I want to keep every week. I personally really like bacon. It's just that um, I, I have it's like I can only tolerate so much bacon. Like I can eat bacon for a couple of days and I'm like turned off, which is crazy because I love bacon. But I mostly love bacon with like pancakes and things that I cannot have. So for some reason the sausage has just been all I need right now. But I do feel like day 10 was successful. I'm getting excited because every day that goes by, I'm just thinking, oh my, I get to weigh in, I get to weigh in, I get to weigh in. So I will be weighing in on the 15th. I took my body measurements today, and lo and behold, the last time I had my body measurements done was about maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago. And based on that 3 weeks ago, so not once I started my keto challenge, but because I started my keto challenge last Monday. So this was before that, maybe a week before that. I had did body measurements, and I did my body measurements this morning, and just based off of, I just did like my upper, like right under the breast area, and then like the waist, and then like the fupa area, and I have lost 5 inches combined. So I was like, that's crazy. So that's like less than a month that has, that's been there. But okay, like I said again, day 10 down, another successful day, and I will report back tomorrow.